Hello, Ultimate fans, and thanks for tuning in. We'll be bringing you some Ultimate action from the Ivor Dent Sports Complex in Edmonton, Alberta at the 2019 CUC Championships. Really excited about our afternoon lineup here. We'll be starting off with Blackfish from Vancouver playing against Phoenix from Ottawa. Phoenix is the 4 seed at this tournament. They were the Canadian Ultimate Champions last year, 2018. And looking to have a great tournament here. They've started off really well in their first couple of games. And Blackfish, the 5 seed. Blackfish played really well at regionals. They had a really close game with Furious George, the top seed from British Columbia. And they're looking to... both teams, really. This is a big matchup for both teams. What do you think, Clay, about the upcoming game here?
I'm excited. I'm going to have to make my best attempt here not to, go the way of the Homer announcer that is cheering for the team I know the best. I'm Blackfish alumni. I know I played on this very field with Blackfish in 2016. I know their attitude and mantra as a team has changed a lot over the years. They're a pretty positive group that likes to win fast, win hard when they can. Typically, though, can kind of get down on themselves pretty early and easily. Phoenix, on the other hand, has always been kind of a strong team. Sometimes living in the shadow of Toronto, but sometimes not, and it can be a really deadly and exciting team to watch. So I'm pretty excited to see this matchup, so I've been looking forward to for the past few days.
And here we go. Carson Turner with the pull, collected to the middle to Sam Creed.
Zone look from Phoenix at the beginning here.
Hoy swinging it. Still on the close side here. That's Brian Ling with the disc now, surveying. That's Gibson to Hoy. Hoy finds Brian in the middle. Blackfish hasn't really advanced the disc anywhere yet, but it looks like Phoenix has melted their zone look and is now person to person. Jordan McGregor with an under. He's taken his shot. Ling tracking.
And we've got a foul call.
Foul call. That was 88. Nicholas Sanchez getting in there. Looks like a foul, no contest. I believe Brian Ling's going to keep the disc here. Sorry, that's Andrew Ling, number 4. Andrew Ling. Yeah, he's going to keep the disc. Bring it back to the end zone line. Sam Creed setting up in the bail position. And throws it for the goal to Sam Creed. 1-0 Blackfish.
Looks like Creed went up the line, and you often know when you're on the sideline like that. Blackfish is going to demonstrate, a pretty standard look with Handler on the sideline, where we'll see the dump go up the line, and they'll look from something in the front of the stack. A lot of teams run that system. You get pretty used to it, and there Creed took advantage of sort of Phoenix getting caught thinking about the status quo. And after Creed went up the line, usually that handler would clear back into the stack. Instead, Creed just hung around in the area, and once there were other threats, his defender left him, and he was just able to stand and wait for a pass.
Yeah, nice bit of deception there. Generally, when that upline throw doesn't get thrown right away, as a defender, you sort of look around to see if there's any other threats that you can maybe look at getting a D on, but Sam just hung out, and Andrew Ling found him. That was a pretty nice set. Once Phoenix melted to person, they were able to find Jordan McGregor in space for a nice 20-yard under, and McGregor took his shot. A little bit floaty. It is pretty windy today. Here we go, Blackfish with the pole. That's number 61, Justin Chan. And number 7 on Phoenix here.
We had a pick call off that initiating play. Nicholas Lynn feeling like he couldn't catch up, but at least couldn't be in proper position after that pick call.
Greg Ellis over to Bryce Ring. To number 9, David Kolick. Back to the middle to Bryce. Now to the far side to Arsenault. Arsenault looking. He's going to find Bryce again in the middle. Bryce looking to break the mark over to Greg Ellis. Greg looking upfield. Back to Bryce in the middle. Over to 89. That's Nick Boucher. Takes a shot. Hill tracking. 95, Jeremy Hill trying to make a run down on that disc. A little bit too far. I suspect it'll take a bit of time for players to adjust their throws and learn the wind a little bit.
Yeah, you can see it's pretty strong looking at that Discraft flag whipping in the wind there.
Over to number 2, it's Marcus Young. Over to 33, Colin Yep. Clement Yep, sorry. Alec Arsenault with a nice D. Over to Greg Ellis, Phoenix with the disc again. That's number 7. Finds a nice under to Alec Arsenault. Greg Ellis attacking. Boucher with it in the middle to number 9, Kolick. That's another offensive hold here. So Blackfish and Phoenix both punching in their first offensive points. Phoenix with the turnover, but a nice D by Alec Arsenault cutting off that under. What did you see out there, Clay?
Yeah, Arsenault seemed to lock into that predictable pass pretty quickly and was able to snack on that. And then with that back, I think the Phoenix offense there was able to sort of calm down and say, okay, we've had one turnover, and without anything being said, everybody just knowing and clicking, saying, okay, let's chill out a little bit here, take our time, take the easy shots, and after doing so, just really didn't have a problem moving the disc, looked very comfortable. And when I say very comfortable, Joel, I mean like both these teams are going to be comfortable with the disc. There's a lot of experience on both teams, whether they've played with only these club teams or other higher level, lower level. But looking around at the familiar faces here, most of these players have all played at least a good chunk of University Ultimate, if not some club already. I'm not seeing a lot of rookies on the Vancouver side anyway.
Here we go, Carson Turner with the pole. That looks like it's going to be out of bounds. Yeah, there's a lot of really talented players on both sides. We got quite a few U24 players. A lot of these Phoenix players also play in the American Ultimate Disc League for the Ottawa Outlaws. And a few of these Blackfish players have also played for Furious or Team Canada teams as well. Hamish to Creed. Creed likes that. He's taking that shot. Great find. That's Hunter Uhas for Blackfish with the goal. Great throw by Sam Creed. Looks like Phoenix was in some sort of zone set there, but they seem to leave Hunter kind of wide open in the end zone.
Quick hold for Blackfish. So Blackfish really wanted me to mention that whale's name is Derek. So,
Derek the whale.
Derek the whale. Kind of a team mascot. The Blackfish name, actually, fun fact, was to refer to another term for an orca whale. So, the Blackfish, we're seeing some accurate representation with where the word came from, where the team name came from. It only took 13 years to figure that out.
Okay, and Blackfish getting ready for another defensive point here. That's number 3 with the disc, Kareem Jamal. Phoenix with pretty much the same offensive unit they had earlier. I suspect we'll see Bryce Ring once again around the disc a lot. Bryce collecting to number 7. Number 7 taking a deep shot right away to Corey Boucher. That looks like it's going to be pretty good. Great throw. Great throw. It's number 7 on Phoenix. I haven't been able to see his last name. I don't see him on the roster we've got here. But, yeah, fantastic play. Nice rundown by Boucher. Came from the close side of the field and just ran his deep cut directly to the far corner. And, yeah, really nice find by number 7. Looks like that's Bevan.
Yeah, 77, I think.
Oh, I see. He's wearing jersey number 7, but he's rostered as 77.
Yeah. To fix that?
Yeah, fantastic throw. So far we've only seen offensive holds. Pretty clean ultimate.
Score now 2-2.
Yeah, 2-2, Blackfish receiving. Carson Turner getting ready here to pull. Nice pull, lots of time for Phoenix to get down in a zone set. Ling to Creed, back to Ling. Ling finds Hamish, back to Creed. Creed checking out his options here. Nice around by Guo to Ling. Nice find. Guo up to McGregor, up to Creed. Creed only 10 feet outside the end zone. Oh, and that's a really nice D. He's trying to hit Ling on that upline cut. Throw came out just a little bit late. And it looks like that was 88. Kyle Cantle from Phoenix with a nice D on the upline pass there.
Blackfish was demonstrating some really good patience in the zone there. And just as you get down close to the end zone, sometimes you get a little bit more excited. I like the look, but the wind made that hang up a little bit so that Cantle could get in on that defensive play.
Ooh, and a bit of an errant throw there. Carson Turner not able to come up with a grab. Hamish with a fantastic toe.
Yeah, observer Glenn Ford right on the line. To see that toe was just off of any of the white paint. As Derek makes an appearance.
That was Phoenix's first time that their D-line had a chance with the disc, and kind of an unfortunate error there.
Yeah. I think we'll see a few unfortunate errors just as the players get a little bit used to this wind right now. Watching both teams play earlier, and the conditions were a bit more forgiving as the gusts have picked back up. Phoenix playing rut before this game, not seeming to have ever lost control of that game to a pretty confident win, while Blackfish went toe-to-toe with Regiment until 11s, and then Blackfish scored 4 unanswered points. But that was earlier when the wind had died down for a little while. Now it's picked up. I think we're going to see a few more bobbles, a few more just off the fingertips catches here A few more throws thrown that get pushed down to the ground pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's Justin Chan with the disc getting ready. We saw Coach Hayduk and Derek talking to their defensive line here. I wouldn't be surprised to see some sort of new defensive look from Blackfish. Justin Chan with the pull. That's nice. Right in the back. Bryce Ring collects to number 7, Bevan. Bevan Surfang.
Zone defense by Blackfish.
To Leon on far side. Arsenault. Boucher. Back to Arsenault. Boucher looking. Finds Bryce in the middle. Bryce Ring hits the around to Bevan. Across the field to Boucher. Up the middle to Arsenault. Back to Arsenault. He finds number 18, Leon Foreno, for the goal.
That point, I think we're seeing how Arsenault can take over in these zone looks. Looking like a pretty quick point handler. Phoenix did a really good job to stay really patient in that zone, but Arsenault had no trouble with his give-goes through that zone, and it was good of Phoenix to recognize that he was using his legs there to shred through that, so anytime another player's getting the disc, they're quickly flipping it back to Arsenault, and after a little pinball up the field there, Phoenix gets the goal.
So we got Christopher Taylor getting ready to pull here for Phoenix. It's 4-4.
3-3.
3-3. That's right. Yeah, great. Really great offensive point for Phoenix. Not phased at all by that zone. You could tell their throwers weren't panicked at all. They looked really confident holding the disc, taking a few seconds, and then finding an easy pass or breaking the mark when they needed to move the disc across the field. We'll see if Phoenix comes out with a new look as well on defense. Both teams trying to find a way to generate some more pressure. Hamish is going to collect this one to the middle to Ling. Back to Hamish. Back to Ling. Finds Hamish. Finds Guo up the middle. Guo back to Ling. Hamish on the around. Ryan Hoy. Nice throw up to Ling. Ling surfing. Finds McGregor on a nice under. McGregor right on the end zone line. Looking for options. Nice throw up to Guo right in the end zone line again. McGregor looking to get open. Nice cut by Sam Creed. Give Guo an option there on the up line.
The give Guo.
The give Guo.
Really good patience there by Blackfish. Taking their time and not rushing those up the line cuts. Earlier we saw where they made an eager up the line throw for the goal. Phoenix read that and was able to get the block in that time, making sure all the options were real great ones. However, I was feeling like from this side we have the wind to our backs right now, and it's pushing across the field away from our camera here. So that side that Blackfish had the disc on is the hard side with the wind today, and they got a few dumps there, and I would have wanted to see a swing to the middle to give yourself a little bit more room to work with that end zone. They seem to just get any dump back and throw it right back up to that cone on the corner of the end zone there, and just took 90% of the field away from their repertoire. So I think an adjustment for next time, if they want to make that a bit quicker, will be to swing it to the middle, but as you can see, it still worked out for them.
Yeah, I think the Phoenix D-line was probably a little happier with their D that point. They had a few kind of high stall throws, and they seemed to generate a bit more pressure. Here we go. That's Aaron Loach with the pull, and it looks like he's offside because Foot was on the line there, so he'll be pulling again.
Was that, you said offside by Blackfish there?
Yeah, offside by Blackfish.
So the offside rule, lots of players do know, lots of fans do know, but lots don't. Offside, if before the pole goes up, either team crossing that goal line, each team will get one warning when they commit one offside, and any subsequent offsides by them results in a penalty. Had there been another offside by the defense, Phoenix would have brought the disc up to the center of the field, while if the receiving team is penalized for an offside, they have to take the disc from the center of their own end zone.
And Blackfish is going with this zone look again. Disc is on the far side there with Ellis. Nice throw to Bevan in the middle. Bevan back to Boucher. Find Leon. Leon up to Jeremy Hill. Arsenault. Nice timing. Realized that he had a few more seconds to sort of milk that disc closer to the end zone and jump it in.
So I'm curious if we're going to continue to see the zone look from Blackfish here. Arsenault obviously running quarterback against this Blackfish zone and not struggling with it at all.
Yeah, they really don't seem to have a hard time moving the disc back to the middle, back through the cup. Really just executing at a high level all of their throws right now. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Blackfish try to change it up there and maybe give Phoenix a different sort of defensive look to work around. And so far, just really clean ultimate. We're still basically on serve, no breaks, and pretty limited break opportunities. So both teams just playing really well offensively right now. So Phoenix getting ready for another D point. Blackfish has their O-line back out there. Same unit. Edward Guo, Hamish Gibson, Creed, McGregor, Ling, Ryan Hoy. And I believe this is Matt O'Brien with the pole, number 11. A little bit low. Ling's got it in the center around the brick mark. Over to Gibson, Creed, back to Gibson. Nice find, Edward Guo up to McGregor. Still working down that far sideline. McGregor takes a look. Oh, a nice pickup from Ryan Hoy.
Hoy usually very dependable for those sort of plays. Just a heads up, awkward catch, but Hoy is always one you can depend on to always go for those. Luckily for Blackfish there.
Yeah, I think that was a bit of a missed throw. McGregor looked like he was trying to hit Guo on the upline, and Guo had sort of stopped his cut, but Ryan Hoy very aware and able to make a play on that disc and make a nice catch. And pretty good movement once again from Blackfish, not too phased, finding their open players.
Yeah, Sam. We'll see a lot out of number 74, Sam Creed, in running this offense for Blackfish. Sam was a very cool, calm, collected individual, but a beast on the ultimate field. And when facing zones and windy conditions like this, if I'm playing this game for Blackfish, I'm happy with the disc in Sam's hands, rather than mine.
Yeah, Sam is a really great thrower, left-handed. Throws pretty hard and sharp throws, and that's definitely a huge advantage in the wind. Putting lots of spin on your throws is pretty important to make the effect of the wind a little bit less. Here we go. We got Justin Cham pulling for Blackfish. We'll see if Blackfish has made any changes. Clement Yip running down hard. That's a fantastic pull. Bevan still in his own end zone. Back to Bryce Ring. Lines Boucher right on the sideline. Boucher taking a shot deep, a little bit high. Arsenault looking to adjust. I think that's
Now, this has been the story so far. If you had tuned in to the Junior Championship Series, you would have seen that over and over. And not to say that there were more. It's just every huck we've seen on these fields that are not flat or cutting into the wind are really catching it and sailing out towards the parking lot there on these fields.
And Kareem Jamal just pops that throw up a little bit. Trevor McCann not able to come down with it. And here's Bevan with the disc about halfway up the field. Finds Bryce in the middle. Bryce finds Boucher. Boucher not really seeing much. I believe he called a timeout there.
Fortunately, I didn't see what stall count they said they're going to come in on, but I think it's high.
Yeah, I'm going to guess that's coming in around 6 or 7. Boucher was surveying up the field. Not a lot of movement out of the vertical stack they were in, and then Bryce Ring not able to get free on the bail set. So that's great defense by Blackfish.
Our live chat today fairly active. Looks like a few players are going to come out of retirement. You know, Greg Moore ready to cut his teeth again, playing open with Blackfish. I think that's if I'm reading this right.
And what do you think we're gonna see anything interesting from Blackfish here? It's like Hayduke's talking to that D line.
Probably going to try and take advantage of the high stall count. John Hayduke is not one to stick with the status quo. Sometimes he, on these counts, likes to throw something tricky, maybe a zone look, maybe, or from what I can tell here, a bracket play by Blackfish. Taking away the unders while, oh yeah, we definitely have like a clam bracket on this vertical stack of 3.
Boucher immediately throws a bail to Bevan. Bevan tries to find Arsenault. And that's completed by Kolick. He takes a shot to Boucher. It's floating.
What an unfortunate bounce for number 23, Nick Chang, who got the D on there, and as he was coming down with the disc, not quite in control, it bounced off some other players and into the hands of a Phoenix player.
Yeah, I think that was Jeremy Hill coming down with that bobble one. It was kind of surprising. I thought Nicholas Chang had the disc, and then it was popped out while he was coming down, but no call made, and that's going to be another Phoenix hold.
I think it's a good no call. You know, we always want an ultimate to play by the rules and make calls when they're appropriate and that sort of thing. But with all that traffic and that contact, and it's really hard to know who and what is causing the disc to bobble and a pile up like that sometimes just saying, you know, it was a lot of traffic, a big floaty pass. I can't really determine if someone fouled me that caused bad play, or we were just all vying for a position that we knew was going to be crowded. So it's good to see that.
Yeah, two really lucky bounces for Phoenix there. Really great effort by Justin Chan to get a block on that underthrow to Arsenault, and it popped up in the air, and Kolick able to collect that one, and then he took a floaty shot. Hill able to grab that one. And now Carson Turner here with the pull for Phoenix. That's a nice pull. Gibson collecting the Ling in the center. Guo getting a nice under here. Guo just right off the hands of Brian Ling. Phoenix, Carson Turner looking to pick up the disc. Got about half a field to work with. It's a nice under to number 31, John Hallett. 65, Jonah. Back to Hallett. It's Benjamin Cheer with the disc on the far side. And a nice D by Ryan Hoy to intercept that one. That was Jonah Munoz with the upline throw that got intercepted there. Ryan Hoy looking. Sam Creed finds Brian Ling right on the sideline. Brian taking a big look. Edward Guo tracking. Matt O'Brien coming in. With a nice D by Matt.
I think Guo, no call there. I mean, you saw that contact on the back, like all up on Guo's back, but I think Guo realized that disc was fading and he had overran it a bit, so not necessarily the defender's fault on that contact there as he abruptly slowed down while they were both looking up.
Matt O'Brien going. Carson is going to try to hit him here. The greatest attempt. Oh, the observers called him out.
Must have left from out of bounds with his foot on the line.
Good effort there from Matt, and Carson just needed to put a bit more OI on that throw to get it to fade to the center of the field. Blackfish with their third offensive chance here. Guo came out of Guo's hands. Matt O'Brien to pick up for Phoenix. And another drop. Sam Creed picking up for Blackfish. He's going to take a timeout here.
Well, just a few unfortunate in and outs of the hands here, and the wind pushing the disc out of bounds. I wouldn't necessarily say there have been any bad choices here. The Hucks have been early and they've been leading passes. It's just an unfortunate fundamental mistake for both teams, and sometimes just being at the whim of the wind here.
Yeah, it's definitely hard to sort of execute on those more aggressive shots, those deeper looks, especially in the wind. And I think we've seen both teams sort of having problems getting off of that far sideline. They're sort of getting pinned on the sideline and working it up there. And obviously it looks tough to get multiple completions on the same sideline. And it'll be interesting to see if Blackfish can sort of switch the field here, work the discs up to the close side of the field, and then maybe attack from there. And Sam Creed checking the wind here. He'll be picking up the disc. And Blackfish in a vertical stack. Sam Creed not finding anything. Finds Ryan Hoy. Nice grab by Jordan. We had a pick call downfield. And Jordan was about to try to hit Guo there. Guo getting a bit of separation on Hallett.
Still with a lot of room.
To Hoy in the middle. Hoy to Sam Creed. A tight throw to Gibson. And that's down. No call. Carson Turner right away taking a shot to Matt O'Brien. And that's our first break of the game. Matt O'Brien reeling that one in. Took them a few opportunities to be able to score, but
well, you said earlier we were waiting to see which team was going to flip the field. Now that it has, The side of the field that Blackfish is starting on offense is arguably the easier side to deal with, as the wind has been across, but tends also to blow from right to left on your screen. So it's a little bit more forgiving with the hucks that go to the left end rather than the right. However, we're still seeing the wind play a part no matter what direction, as we have discs that are being thrown low and pushed into the ground.
Sam Creed's going to drop their offensive play here. Made a few changes offensively. We got some new faces out there after kind of a longer offensive point. Looks like Victor Chang is going to be joining that O-line squad. Trevor McCann's out there.
Hoy staying on. Creed staying on.
So we got Nicholas Chang and Nicholas Okuma. There's Phoenix with the pole. We got Ryan Hoy collecting. He's going to center to Creed. Sam Creed looking. He's going to take a shot. 23, Chang tracking. Nice catch. Back to McCann. Right on the doorstep. He's going to put it right back into Chang.
Well, quick and solid hold by Blackfish. Quite an important hold, actually. After going down a break like that, you really don't want to give up the upwind break on the subsequent point, especially this close to half, as our score is now 6-6. The half will be enforced at 45 minutes, so what will happen if a team is not within 1 point of 8, they will pick the highest score and add 1, and it'll be half to that. But I think it's 6-6 here. That won't come to pass, and we're going to see half at 8 points.
Yeah, nice smooth offensive point there. Great throw by Sam Creed. 23, Nicholas Chang, finding a way to create a bunch of separation. And yeah, nice run down by Trevor McCann too. That's always important to have someone following up that big huck to be that next throw, and just immediately put it right back to Chang for the goal. Now Phoenix receiving. Still up 1 break. And pretty important defensive point for Blackfish if they want to get a break before half here. This is going to be one of the points they want to really try to get that break on.
Yeah, and to get back on serve.
Yeah.
Oof. An offside. You saw Aaron Chan there tripped up, and they've gone offside. Now that is Blackfish's second offside. So Phoenix is going to bring the disc up here to the middle of the field. Not the brick, but the actual center.
Yeah, kind of an unfortunate mistake there.
Especially when you really need this break.
Especially when you really need a break. Ever Guo out there on this defensive line. I like seeing that change up.
Clement Yip and Justin Chan, known to be good action players in defense, making good layout blocks consistently.
Bevan with the disc in the middle of the field for Phoenix, taking a shot right away to Boucher. Nice goal.
Well, if you were wondering why bringing it to the middle of the field would matter after an offside, there you have it, folks.
Yeah, that's a really bad error to make. I mean, staying onside, obviously super important. The unfortunate defensive point for Blackfish, but you know, they'll have another chance here before half, hopefully, if their offensive line can hold. And then,
sorry.
No problem. I was just going to say it was a really nice throw from Bevan. He's kind of showing his throwing ability in the wind here, and Boucher also just making a fantastic cut to get a bit of separation and attacking that sort of downwind side of the field really well.
Well, half will definitely be at 8 points. If you're just tuning in, We're at the Ivor Dent Sports Complex in Edmonton, Alberta, bringing you a open division matchup between Ottawa's Phoenix and Vancouver's Blackfish on our VC Showcase field here at Ivor Dent. This divisional play is brought to you by Explore Edmonton, who have been super helpful and super nice, offering anyone visiting at this tournament all the attractions around Edmonton. Very, very personable people.
Got Ling in the middle. Nice break to Hoy. Hoy taking a look. And McGregor trying to chase this one down with Matt O'Brien right underneath it. Nice D by Matt.
I don't like it. It was a little late. A lot of defenders kind of had their eyes on the thrower right away and could see that Hoy was lining up for that huck. So, trusting the receiver there is something, but just too many options for Phoenix to get coverage on that throw.
Matt O'Brien on the far sideline. Pops that throw up. Sam Creed going to collect it right on the end zone. Dishes to McGregor. Looks like there might be a travel call on Creed here. And that's the challenge with that downwind side of the field. It looks like it's going to stand as a goal. It's Sam Creed to Jordan McGregor. And Matt O'Brien just not able to execute that around flick. Kind of popped up on him, and a nice pickup by Sam Creed.
So 7-7, Phoenix is on O. Phoenix is up a break. Phoenix started the game on defense. So this is actually a big point for Phoenix, as if they can get this O point, they will be starting the next half on offense. And oh shoot, I believe they'll be on the hard side of the field starting on offense, but I don't quite recall.
Yeah, pretty important point here. If Phoenix scores, they'll be receiving and up one. And if Blackfish scores, Phoenix still receiving and sort of back on serve. And Edward Guo is crossed over to the D-line along with Ryan Hoy. But Blackfish, making some changes here to really try to get a break going into half. And this Phoenix O-line's been playing really great. We'll see if Blackfish is able to generate some more pressure here. The pull's going to go out of bounds.
So we've got a live chat prediction that Bevan is going to huck this.
Looks like Ryan Hoy's playing a bit of a deep poach on Arsenault. Oh, and there goes Arsenault. That's coming out. That looks nice catch by Arsenault. Bit of a missed throw there.
Probably one of the hardest throws to make an ultimate is leading that cutter coming from behind you and just popping up where you want it to sit. And you see Arsenault's throw there just getting pushed down by the wind.
And Ryan Hoy picking up the disc for Blackfish. Blackfish with a chance to break for half. Hoy doesn't take that shot, looking for his bail. Nice find. It's number 2, Marcus Young. Just throws it a bit low, and Edison not able to come up with that catch. We've got a player down on the field here. I think that's Bryce Ring.
Guo and him in a argument of some sort.
Yeah, maybe just a accidental collision there in the lane. I'm not sure. But it looks like Phoenix is going to pick up the disc here. Bevan picking up. He's going to hit that nice break. Greg Ellis picks up. Bevan just missing that inside out look. But Greg Ellis heads up off the back of the stack. Able to come in and grab that goal. And that's going to be half. Phoenix 8, Blackfish 7. Phoenix will be receiving. And that one break, only one break in the game. Pretty clean offensive game.
Yeah, so in the meantime, we're going to take a little break. We'll be back with you in about 5 minutes for the second half of our Open Division pool play here at the Ivor Dent Sports Complex in Edmonton, Alberta. Stay tuned.
All right, welcome back, Ultimate fans, and thanks for tuning in. We're bringing you the matchup at the Canadian Ultimate Championships in Edmonton, Alberta on the VC Showcase field between Phoenix and Blackfish. Phoenix, the 4 seed at the tournament, Blackfish, the 5 seed. Really important pool play matchup here. Phoenix currently leading 8-7. They'll be receiving. And it's just been a great game so far. Here's 23 with the pole, Nicholas Chang. Nice pull. Greg Ellis picks it up on the corner. Finds Bevan. Greg Ellis looking to work the disc out of their own end zone here. Back to Bevan. Bevan looks for Scuba to Leon, and the wind just pushes that right into the ground. Victor Chang's going to be picking up for Blackfish here. Blackfish looking to get a break. Victor hits a nice inside to Clement. Clement pops up that backhand.
Now, Arsenault signaling that there was a stoppage. Call of some kind, probably. You can hear that wind picking up.
Looks like Bevan's going to keep the disc for Phoenix there. Bevan finds Greg. Boucher. To Leon. Leon to Arsenault. Arsenault hits Jeremy. Back to Arsenault. And it is getting quite gusty out here. Greg Ellis with the disc now. Back to Bryce Ring. Bryce looking to move the disc, forced to give it back to Ellis. Ellis finds a nice inside to Bevan. Bevan hits Arsenault wide open. Arsenault up to Jeremy. Looks like Blackfish is going to be moving into person-on-person defense. Nice grab by Boucher, save possession. Looks to hit Bevan. Kind of an errant throw there. I think Bevan might be calling a foul. There's a bit of contact right as he was trying to go up there.
Yeah. And I think just, you know, number 25, Edison Ng, just not knowing exactly where Bevan was as he went up on the jump. Let's see where they come down with this. From my point of view here, I'm with Bevan on this one. It's hard to be tracking the disc ready to jump and then have contact that knocks you over and say, well, how can that just be, you know, incidental? And sometimes fouls are just accidents. And that one just looked like an accident by Ng, but in these high stakes games like this, we often see these discussions go on for a little while.
It looks like we're with a no contest there, I believe.
Yeah, maybe just Ng wanted to discuss it just so he knew exactly what the discussion was about. Always a good idea, just to make sure you're talking about the right thing.
Okay, we got Bevan right on the brick mark here. Phoenix player is getting back into position when the foul is called. Leon able to get free for an under. Back to Bevan in the middle. Bevan finds Arsenault. Arsenault with a nice inside to Leon. And that's going to be a Phoenix goal. Blackfish so close there to getting a break. Had the disc right at Phoenix brick mark. And
yeah, but unfortunate pop-up with that pass into the air, into traffic.
Yeah, we've seen quite a few of those. The wind is definitely picking up, and players are still just really have to release low with lots of snap on the disc. And if you don't, it's pretty clear that the disc is going to pop up on you. So a few execution errors there from both sides, but Phoenix able to keep possession and punch in another offensive hold.
Following this game, the stream will be on immediately for a pool play matchup in the women's division between Ontario's Stella and Manitoba's Fusion. I believe Fusion is Winnipeg and Stella is Ottawa. Is that correct?
Yep. Yeah, I think Stella is Ottawa's women's club team. And I believe they're the 4 or 5 seeds at the tournament, so another important pool play matchup between those two teams. Really excited for that game. Carson Turner with a huge pull here. Gibson, wow.
That pressure causing a turnover.
that was Nicholas Sanchez getting all the way down. A fantastic pull by Turner and a really hard throw by Gibson. He did his best, and Sanchez, I think, kind of spooked Brian Ling a little bit. Ling just not able to reel that one in. Carson Turner right on the end zone line for Phoenix now. Back to 21, Colin Frodes. Easy open side pass to number 25, Braden Robinson. And that's another Phoenix break.
Now, on Phoenix perspective, that's a huge point, watching Sanchez go down there like that off a pole. You'll often see players kind of take the lazy approach, run down, make sure they're on their check by the second or third throw, so there can't be a play run or anything like that. But to get down there on a pole that was sitting in the back corner, layout, and cause a turnover to get a big break to put your team up 3 is huge. Conversely, Blackfish, you've just gone down a hold off the natural half there, and now you're down a break, and you're starting to think, okay, Phoenix is getting close to wrapping up this game here. We need to get back in it.
Yeah, this is going to be a big offensive point for Blackfish, and then they're going to need to generate some more turns and get some more chances for breaks of their own. And yeah, really fantastic play from Sanchez, and also credit to the pull. I mean, that's a great pull to execute, and to get it to sit in that back corner like that. You know, Gibson was sort of debating whether he had to catch the pull or not, and I think it was going to land in bounds. So
yeah, he made the right choice there. But
yeah, great pull. If you can put the pull down on that far side of the field, it makes the centering throw harder to execute, and Sanchez able to apply a bit of pressure there. This is number 47 from Phoenix, Christopher Taylor with the pull. Nice pull to Brian Ling. Ling to Creed in the middle. Ryan Hoy gets open for the under. Creed gets a big up line, looking downfield. He's going to hit Ryan in the middle. Nice around. Ryan finds Brian. Brian Ling taking that IO huck look to Sam, floating up a little bit. Let's see if Sam.
Good defense by Phoenix. Getting up early to make Creed go early too while the disc was still out of reach.
That was number 323.
23, yeah.
Tate Beck. Nice pressure. And yeah, Sam almost able to come up with it. And
oh, just a correction from earlier. Looked like might have had our numbers mixed up. Sorry, stream. But it might have been Cantel with that layout D.
That's going to be a turnover, just a missed throw, and then Ryan Hoy able to get a nice layout block there. Brian Ling to pick up for Blackfish. Brian with the around to McGregor. McGregor looking. He's going to find Ryan Hoy with the around. Ryan Hoy about 10 feet out. Hits McGregor in the middle. McGregor with the around backhand to Victor Chang. Victor's out of bounds. Not able to get the toe down there.
Yeah, that first foot coming down on the line, pretty clear from our perspective.
And once again, that backhand sort of into the wind, just not low enough, and popped up just a little bit. Victor with a great effort to try to bring it down, but just out of bounds. So Phoenix here on the corner. That's 0-0 with the disc. Oh, nice D by Jordan McGregor. Nice layout block on that underthrow to Taylor. Blackfish with another chance. Sam Creed's going to be picking up. Far side of the field. And a little miscommunication there. He's looking for Hunter Uhas for the upline, but Uhas had stopped his cut and was coming under. And that disc goes way out of bounds. I believe that's Eric Panglin picking up the disc, coming to the corner. Phoenix with another chance for another break. That's number 11, Matt O'Brien with the disc. Finds 16 for an under, Ryan Wallace. Ryan Wallace looking. Nice find for Jonah Muniz in the middle of the field.
I think Juhas is calling a pick there, as he wanted to change direction but couldn't without getting into a collision.
He might just want to catch up.
Yeah, looks like.
I think Blackfish sticking with the backhand force. They're making the around flicks as hard as possible. It looks like the disc is actually going back. That's Taylor with the disc. It looks like we got an injury there. Ryan Hoy, the disc, Matt O'Brien not able to come up with that one. A little bit low throw from number 16.
Well, as we wait, and it could be, well, actually, it could be a cramp, eh?
Yeah,
like
I think.
Yeah,
I think it was just a calf cramp. He was sort of bidding with Matt there, and Ryan's getting dragged off the field by Hayduk. Coach Hayduk there, gonna take care of him, work on his calf. Hopefully, we'll see Ryan back in the game soon. And number 23 coming into sub is Nicholas Chang. It's going to be Blackfish with the disc here.
Boucher also subbing on, replacing number 47, sorry, Christopher Taylor.
Brian Ling surveying. Nice inside break to McGregor to the middle of the field. McGregor hits Brian behind him. Ling back to McGregor. McGregor up line to Ling. Ling taking a shot. Oh, great catch.
Boucher got a piece of that.
Yeah, got a big piece of that. Kind of stayed floating up in the wind just for a little bit so Victor Chang could run onto it.
Well, we've seen some of those bobbles and pile-ups going Phoenix's way there, and then another kind of active wind there as Boucher laid out and tapped that disc, but it just was able to sail into Victor Chang's hand. So seeing one of those go Blackfish's way keeps them within 2. Score of 10-8. If you're just joining us, we are on our BC Showcase field here at Ivor Dent Sports Complex in Edmonton, Alberta at the 2019 Canadian Ultimate Championships. This is a open division brought to you by Explore Edmonton pool play matchup between Vancouver's Blackfish and Ottawa's Phoenix. They are the 4 and 5 seeds. So it's a pretty tight match so far. Phoenix has got a few breaks off and is leading the game 10-8, but we are far from Cap still, as Cap will be at 90 minutes, so we still have just over 28 minutes left in this game. So nothing out of reach right now for Blackfish.
Yeah, Blackfish definitely still in this game. Looking to start getting breaks pretty soon as we get closer to that time cap. Nice pull. It's going to be Greg Ellis collecting. Looks like it just went out of bounds. Bevan's going to grab that and bring it to the brick mark. Quick shout out to our event partners, Quick Sit Mobile Bleachers, Remax Edmonton and area, and Martin Deerline. Bevan in the middle, Blackfish set up in a zone. Bevan finds Greg Ellis. Greg to Leon. Leon back to Greg. Greg drops that one. Kind of a short field here for Blackfish. Good opportunity for them. And we've got Edison Ing picking up the disc. Guo in the backfield with him. Nick Lynn looking to get open. It's a nice find. Edward Guo with the disc now. Guo able to get the backhand out. Oh, just a bit too far for Nick Lynn there. Really close to capitalizing on that opportunity. And it's really windy. Greg Ellis is definitely in a tough corner here with the disc. Blackfish set up right in that zone, setting a bit of a trap on the sideline. Greg taking a nice shot to Jeremy, able to switch the field. Hill to Leon Foray. Back to Bevan. Bevan's taking a deep look. Alec Arsenault not able to make that grab. Really good attempt.
Yeah, and it was a good look to Arsenault. It was a great throw if you don't have that wind blowing so strong and pushing the disc across the field.
Loach able to find, I believe it's Edison up line.
And timeout Blackfish, looking like without any options. The disc will be coming in at 7.
Yeah, a bit of a high stall situation there, but probably a good opportunity to take a timeout. 10-8, opportunity to break. And Phoenix hasn't really given up the disc too many times, so Blackfish definitely looking to take advantage of this opportunity here. And we also just want to give a quick shout out to Discraft, the official disc partner of Ultimate Canada, as well as Cliff Bar, the official nutrition partner for the Canadian Ultimate Championships. Really great to have so many great sponsors involved with the event. This Blackfish D-line is going to have a lot of work to do, but definitely a good opportunity for them. Just both teams setting up here and positioning. Looks like Blackfish is going with sort of a 3-2 stack. Probably running some sort of set play here.
Yeah, I've never seen an offensive look like this.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a bit of a flood, and then that is really floaty huck, multiple players underneath, and both Nick Lynn and Aaron Loach come down with that one. Nice catch by both. And we got Okuma with the disc here. He's going to hit Guo on a nice round. Edward Guo looking. Finds Nick Lynn wide open on the open side.
Well, a big point for Blackfish. Game now within 1 on what we're calling the easier side of the field.
Yeah, it's definitely a crosswind, but this side of the field is seems to be a little bit easier to move the disc around on.
We saw Aaron Loach out there coming down with that disc with his teammate, Aaron Loach, a Blackfish rookie, yet longtime member and alumni of Furious George. He's kind of old, as you can see him using his walker there. But you know, still got in him to make those big plays like that to bring down a pass in traffic and then make a few cuts to open up the vertical stack to get that upwind point.
Yeah, Loach took a few years off Club Ultimate. He's now sort of getting back into it, playing with Blackfish this year, and he's getting back into the flow.
Yeah, been married 1 year. Chelsea has made him a much better person.
Yeah, Aaron Loach is a World Games alternate player in 2013. He's a really talented thrower, and yeah, was a big-time offensive cutter for Furious for a few years. And Blackfish with looking to break again and tie this game up. Justin with the pull. That's Alec Arsenault collecting to Bevan in the middle. Blackfish coming down in the zone. Greg Ellis with the disc. Finds Boucher in the middle. Boucher back to Ellis. Ellis to Jeremy. Back to Boucher. Back to Greg. Greg hits the around Bevan. Back to Greg Ellis. Jeremy Hill up to Boucher. Phoenix having no problem moving the disc around right now. Boucher finds Hill, who finds Ellis.
Blackfish electing to hold that zone for pretty long. Phoenix had moved the disc past half field and about up to their own brick mark before Blackfish called that off. And perhaps an advantageous thing to do in the win, but one could maybe argue that holding it that long with a team or against a team like Phoenix that has shown you that they're willing to play through the zone and have players like Arsenault that can quite easily move it. Perhaps might want to pull the shoot a little bit earlier.
Yeah, Phoenix really confident with the disc there. Just finding the next open player, moving it up.
The cap will be coming on in 21 minutes in pool play, bracket play, and quarterfinals, semifinals. There's only a hard cap at 90 minutes. They will finish the current point, and the game is over unless the game is tied on that point, forcing a universe next point wins scenario. Finals, however, will have a soft cap go on, adding 2 to the highest score, and then they just play it out. So prior to finals, as you're watching, 90 minutes is the cap mark to finish the point.
And we got Carson Turner with the pole. Sanchez looking to get down there again.
I believe we actually got the wrong guy earlier. It wasn't Sanchez, but it was Kyle Cantel.
Apologies for that. That was Kyle Cantel. Sam Creed with the disc for Blackfish. Looking upfield. Not finding many options. And it looks like we might have a contested stall count there.
Yep.
So that's 71. Khalid Al-Zarani thinks he said 10 before Sam released the disc.
Yeah. 9 out of 10 times this argument is, yeah, but your stall count was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And yeah, McGregor hasn't given the disc back. We'll see what happens. Looks like they might go to the observer just to get an extra opinion. It's going to be coming in on 8 and staying with Sam, I believe.
Yeah, on a personal note, just to say, Sam, a very spirited guy, really respects the rules. I'm not really too surprised by that ruling, him coming out with that one being correct, as Sam is not one to lie about that sort of thing. And he's also got the intelligence to get rid of that disc as fast as he can to never get stalled down.
Nice quick find to McGregor. McGregor back to Sam in the middle. Blackfish kind of back on their own end zone line here. Up to Sam. Sam hits McGregor, back in the middle. Over to Trevor McCann. Trevor over to Gibson. Gibson looking downfield. Gonna find Sam. Sam, the nice around. Brian Lynn taking shot.
The wind carry, well, that was a hard shot. Might have floated a little bit if the wind hadn't caught its edge, but the wind giving that a little bit of extra velocity. And we see they just sail out the back.
Yeah, Chang was definitely had a bit of separation, and it was a pretty good decision, just a hard throw to execute in the wind. It's just got to be a little bit flatter. And Phoenix now with the disc again, Carson Turner. And that's Kyle Cantle, back to Colin Froats. Back to Carson. Carson's going to find 31, John Hallett. John finds Matt O'Brien upfield. Back to Cantle. Cantle back to Matt O'Brien. O'Brien looking to find Carson for a short open side throw. Carson looking. He takes his downfield shot. And a nice D by Brian.
You saw Brian after that, after he got contact on that, just panicked a little bit, and as it was just out of the reach of Cantle, Brian just threw his head back, and I think thanking the ultimate gods on that one, Cantle couldn't catch up to that.
Yeah, we've seen a few discs get popped up, and
Cantle headed off the field there. He might have a cramp.
Cantle looks like maybe a hamstring cramp. And then Brian's also going to be subbing, and Victor Chang's going to be coming in for him. And then Boucher. Boucher and Chang seem to be the players who come in for any injury calls for both squads. Blackfish with another chance to get this offensive hold down 11-9. Victor Chang with the disc. Victor finds Jordan McGregor late. McGregor with a nice around to Gibson. Sam with a nice around to 23.
Seeing some good open side switches by Phoenix right now.
Chang just going to boost it. Trevor trying to track this one down. Good effort from Trevor. I think Chang just got a little high on the stall count, decided to take a shot downfield.
Yeah, and a good timing by Carson Turner there, who picks up the disc and calls a timeout. This has been a rather long point. So as I said earlier, stay tuned. After the stream, there will be a short break. But at 4:30 Edmonton time, we'll be bringing you the pool play matchup from our women's division presented by VC in a matchup between Ottawa's Stella and Winnipeg's Fusion.
Yeah, Stella and Fusion just working through their warm-ups right now, getting lots of throws in, throwing from all sides of the field, trying to get used to the conditions they'll be facing in their game.
Nailing their tents to the ground.
Yeah, it's been getting really windy here. We've seen a few tents. Even our computer almost flew off the desk here.
It's close.
Good hands by Clay. Phoenix definitely has an opportunity here to take a 12-9 lead, which would be pretty crucial at this point in the game. I believe we're getting a little bit closer to hard cap here, maybe 10, 15 minutes out. And yeah, this Blackfish offensive unit just kind of struggling this point. They're, their cutters are just a little too deep. They need to be really shallow. Obviously, hitting a deep throw is hard, and when you're starting your deep cut from so far away from the thrower, it's just almost impossible that anything's going to come up that's going to be catchable.
Let alone contested.
Exactly.
Or uncontested.
Trevor tapping the disc in. Carson Turner. He's going to find Boucher. Boucher looking. Gonna find 71 for a quick dish. Back to Boucher. Boucher back to 71. That's Khalid Al-Zarani. Al-Zarani looking nice inside. Just a little bit behind Turner, though, and Turner not able to come up with a catch there. Victor Chang for Blackfish picking up. I think he's just calling foul there.
Yeah.
On the mark.
Yeah. No, Hallett was a little close there. Bumping him a little.
Victor looking. And just through the hands of Trevor McCann is really fast flick, but Trevor obviously wants to get that one. Boucher takes a shot right away. 4 players under it. And
now we do see the signal by the observer for a foul call right away. There was quite a pile up as both Blackfish players ended up on top of their own checks. Just after all 4 of them were colliding in the air. I think this is a tough call to make the case, as you don't know where that contact is coming from. It's sometimes hard to tell when you're tracking that disc in the air if it's your player or another player that forced that contact, or if you yourself in jumping and traveling laterally are the one that initiated any contact that couldn't be avoided by the defender. So, but I don't want to be biased. That might be the Blackfish in me talking, but number 25, Brennan Robinson.
Actually, okay.
Might have a point in that, if he's fouled going up or anything like that he can't get away from. That is unfortunate. So it's a contested foul.
Yeah, a bit of a pile up there. And it looks like it's just going to be a foul contest. Back to Boucher. Boucher finds Carson. Carson with a nice under. 25, Braden Robinson. Robinson looking.
Oh, Robinson looks fired up now.
Nice around to Boucher. Colin Froats with the disc. And just bobbled and dropped by Matt O'Brien. Blackfish with the disc again. Gibson over to Juhas. Juhas pops that one up. I'm going to have 6 people under this disc. Nice play by Robinson, just to come down with it clean in the group. Phoenix, Matt O'Brien with the disc now. Finds Boucher wide open. Boucher over to Carson Turner. Turner taking a shot downfield. That's a nice throw. Completed. That's going to be 12-9 Phoenix. Carson with another knifing OI flick huck. Finding Matt O'Brien and acres of space downfield.
Yeah, Phoenix leading 12-9 now, and we're only 10 minutes out of our cap, so Blackfish really needed that point, I think. And now with the time left and, them needing double the amount of points to win this game over Phoenix, they're going to be in a tough spot here for our last 10 minutes.
Yeah, we're seeing a bit of a change up from Blackfish, just kind of trying out some new players on their offensive line. Not able to get that break, which I think was pretty key at this point in the game.
Yeah, defensively, Phoenix did an excellent job taking away the open side and then doing switches for anyone running deep. It seemed they were quite stifling in the middle there, especially on the open side. And anytime a player was going deep, the defender last back was directed to switch off and cover them. And it really just took away all of Blackfish's options to the point where they were trying over the top breaks or rounds to the break side that were just popping up in the air, and Phoenix took advantage of those.
Yeah, Jordan McGregor with really a great offensive point multiple times. He's coming in late, getting bail throws at stall 7 and 8, but that's just a sign of good defensive pressure from Phoenix. And unfortunately, Blackfish not able to complete that offensive point. Here they are with the disc. It's Brian Ling. He's going to hit Aaron Loach underneath. Loach taking a shot deep. Not sure that might be. Looks like it's just going to sail out of bounds there.
Loach has a cannon, but, when these conditions, when at our own backs from the camera here and heading across the field, we just see Loach's huck float a little too long and get taken advantage of by the wind.
Yeah, he put a lot of inside out on it, but just had to aim a bit more to the left side of the field if he wanted to hit Guo there. So Colin Froats tapping in the disc here. And nice pickup by 16. It's Ryan Wallace.
It's good Wallace went for that. Loach was coming in hot to get that D.
That's 65. Jonah Muniz to the middle, back to Wallace. Wallace throws it right to Edward Guo's hand, and Guo hits Ling for the goal.
Wow. Guo, heads up play. Able just to snatch that.
Yeah, nice defensive play from Edward Guo there. Kind of a unfortunate throw. Maybe he was trying to lead Colin a little bit more, just kind of missed him, bit behind, and Guo able to capitalize. 12-10.
So if Blackfish is able to get this break, that's where they want to be. If they're within 1 point here before the cap goes on, they can stay in this game. As long as they're able to keep possession on the disc with a subsequent break or keep Phoenix moving the disc slowly. But with the time ticking down, that'll give them a good shot. But with only 7 minutes left, if Phoenix is able to score this, they're going to have a hard time making up 2 points to keep themselves in contention before the game is just ended.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a good moment for Blackfish to try to. And Phoenix is going to take a timeout here. Strategically, it's pretty smart to take your time out right now, burn a bit of clock.
That's true. Also, tactically, they probably are of the same mind of us that if Blackfish gets this goal, they're still in the game. If they don't, it's pretty much over. So, Phoenix probably saying, what are we going to set up here? Let's take a little while to talk about an offensive play that we've practiced, we've run, we know is going to be successful, or at least, an offensive set. Or if Blackfish comes down zone, or do we just want to move the disc around or take a shot? I think it's in their best interest to score as quickly as possible rather than try and delay time. As if Blackfish is able to generate a turn and score, then the cap won't mean much. So I think they're probably discussing, let's just set up a sure shot play here and score it quickly.
Yeah, definitely. And we've seen Bevan and Boucher take lots of shots downfield, especially from this side of the field. And I'm sure they've drawn up some sort of set play here to try to get another look, a similar maybe OI flick huck. It's still just really gusty out here. The pull from Blackfish is going to hang and sit at around half field here. Blackfish in his zone. Bevan picking up for Phoenix. Bevan taking a shot right away. Opportunity for Blackfish. That was just not really a good look.
Yeah.
Jeremy wasn't really open, and then Bevan just kind of hung it up in the wind. Maybe he was trying to hit sort of the far corner. Tough throw to execute.
Oh, I got a game changer here for you, Joel.
Clement taking a deep look to Victor Chang. Victor's going to... he's getting called out of bounds.
So you might have just heard the horn. Turns out cap is at 85 minutes now. Blackfish had it been able to score right before that horn, it would have mattered. But unfortunately now, with the cap on, it's in this point. With Phoenix being up 2, at this point, we're just competing for point differential.
Yeah, and we're sort of seeing that timeout by Phoenix be pretty important.
Yeah, boy, did I mess that up. That was a great timeout call.
Hill with the disc, knifing OI shot right into the turf. Leon putting his hands up. Doesn't really like that look from his teammate. But not too much to complain about here for Phoenix.
No, you just hope in these situations, I mean, the last point of any game, you hope that both teams will play clean, smart, athletic, and not get hurt.
Nice D from Jeremy. That's going to be a pick up in the corner for Bevan. Blackfish going to set this zone up again and look to trap on the sideline. Boucher, a nice throw up to Colic. Number 9, Colic finding Leon. Leon up to Jeremy. Jeremy looking to punch this in. Boucher not able to get open. I'm not sure. There might have been a foul on the mark there. Looks like Bevan's going to be tapping it in, coming in on one. Bevan looking. Going to find Colic. Colic looking to break the mark again. Can't get the around. Back to Bevan. And Colic not able to grab that one. Blackfish is being super aggressive here, taking a deep shot every time. Nick Lynn tracking. Nice grab. Nice left-handed catch there. Nick looking. Nick Lynn finding Okuma. Okuma inside break and just kind of missed his receiver there. Jeremy Hill with a nice D. A good D. Jeremy back to Greg Ellis. Bryce with the disc. Elects to not throw to his open player and throws into a poach block. Really great layout D there. That's going to sail out the back of the end zone, unfortunately, from Victor. Maybe just because we're You know, both teams know it's the last point. They're just kind of both being pretty aggressive with their throws. And
yeah, just kind of want to finish it up. So Phoenix is going to win this game, but sometimes 1 point can matter in point diff when it comes to what crossover you're going to get or what playoff bracket or in 3-way ties. So, you know, every point does matter. It's hard as a player, definitely, to fight through these points and win them. And right now we're seeing that, you know, even when it's only point differential on the line now, that both teams are competing hard. I mean, it is also possible that players on the field don't know that, but they've probably had a feeling that Horn had something to do with it.
Bevan to Leon to Jeremy. Jeremy to Leon. Now finding Bevan, far side. Bevan looking. It's Jeremy for a short one. Back to Bevan. Bevan with the scuba into the wind. Nice grab by Greg Ellis. Greg with a great around to Colic. Colic to Ellis. Back to Bevan. Back to Bryce Ring. Bryce Ring on the far sideline. Bryce. Leon just able to wrangle that one in. And that'll be game. That was Greg Ellis putting it into Bevan for the final point of the game. That's 13-10 Phoenix. They're going to come away with this big pool play matchup game. And yeah, just a great showcase. Really good first half of Ultimate. Nice, clean offensive points. And thank you for everyone for tuning in. We're here at the Ivor Dent Fields, the VC Showcase Field at the 2019 Canadian Ultimate Championships. That was Phoenix taking the win 13-10 over Blackfish. And we'll be coming soon back to you shortly for an exciting matchup between Stella, the women's club ultimate team from Ottawa. They'll be facing off against Fusion, the Winnipeg women's club ultimate team. We'll be back shortly. Thanks for tuning in.